List any three important characteristics of a population and explain. Now, let us learn three important characteristics of a population with explanation. Now, the three important characteristics of population are: the first one is density, the second one is natality, and the third one is mortality. Now, these are the three important characteristics of a population. Now, what does the word density represent? Now, density is expressed as the total number of individuals in a given area or a volume. So, per unit area or a volume, the number of individuals who are living in a given time. So, this represents the density. Now, if you take a land or an area, in that particular area, how many individuals are living at a given time? Now, the size of a population is determined by the available resources such as nutrients, water, etc. at a given time, and other properties such as natality, mortality, and age structure. Now we know what is population density. It is the number of individuals living in a per unit area at a given time. Now the organisms which live over there, now this is determined by some environmental factors which is available. So for an individual to survive, we need food, water, and other things. Now all these resources are available from the environment. That is the habitat in which the organism is living. Now if the habitat has these resources, then the organisms can live and a population can be made. So if the resources are not available, then that will directly affect the size of the population. The population will decrease. Therefore, the size of population is determined by many factors. It can be the nutrients, water, etc. in a given time. And there are other factors also which determines the size of the population. For example, natality, which is called as birth rate, mortality, that is the death rate, migration. So all this also impact, that is varies the size of the population. And even the age structure, that is how many individuals are in the reproductive phase, how many individuals are in the pre-reproductive phase, how many of them are in the post-reproductive phase. So if more individuals are there in the reproductive phase, that means the population can increase further. So all those factors will also help in determining the size of the population. Now coming to the natality. So natality means it refers to the number of birth during a given period in a population that are added to the initial density. So means it increases in the number of individuals in a population under environmental condition. Already there would be a population size. So if new individuals are added, so that means the population will increase. So it can be birth, hatching, germination, and even vegetative propagation. So these are some of the ways in which new individuals are added. So natality increases the number of individuals. Mortality, it is the number of deaths in a population during a given period. So that is loss of individual due to death in a population under given environmental condition is called as mortality. Mortality refers to loss of individual due to death in a population under given environmental condition. So natality increases the population size, whereas mortality is the death rate, and therefore it decreases the size of the population. Now death can be due to accident, or when there is a predators and prey that kills the prey, and then natural death could be one of the reasons. So all this will affect the size of the population. So these are the three important characteristics of a population: density, natality, and mortality.